Pause for a moment and look around you. The phone in your hand, the clothes you're wearing, even the cup of tea or coffee beside you. How many countries do you think were involved in bringing these simple items to you? 2, 5, or perhaps more than 10? Most of us never stop to ask this question, yet the answer quietly shapes our daily lives in ways we rarely notice. This is the hidden world of global supply chains, vast, carefully coordinated systems that move raw materials, parts, and finished products across oceans and continents. They operate mostly out of sight, but without them, modern life would feel very different. Supermarket shelves would look emptier, prices would feel higher, and familiar comforts might suddenly become rare. What makes this system fascinating is that it didn't appear overnight. Global supply chains grew slowly, shaped by centuries of trade, innovation, and human cooperation. Long before cargo planes and container ships, merchants used caravans, sailing ships, and handwritten ledgers to connect distant societies. Today, the tools are more advanced, but the basic idea remains the same. Different places specialize in different things, and the world quietly works together to make everyday life possible. Consider a simple example, a basic cotton shirt. The cotton may be grown in one country, spun in a thread in another, woven in a fabric somewhere else, stitched in a factory thousands of miles away, and finally shipped to a store near you. Each step relies on trust, timing, and coordination. If one link slows down, the entire chain feels it. For many people over 40, there's a sense of nostalgia in remembering when products felt more local. Yet behind the scenes, even decades ago, global connections were already growing stronger. We just didn't talk about them as much. So if these systems are so complex, so global, and so essential, how do they actually stay organized? And who makes sure everything arrives where it should, exactly when it's needed? Every global supply chain begins with something very simple: raw materials. These are the basic ingredients of modern life. Iron or for steel, crude oil for plastics, sand for glass, and crops like wheat, coffee, and cotton. Different regions of the world naturally specialize in different materials, often because of geography, climate, or history. Take iron ore as an example. It may be mined in Australia or Brazil, shipped across oceans, and turned into steel in factories thousands of miles away. That steel might then be shaped into car parts in one country, assembled into vehicles in another, and finally sold somewhere else entirely. At no single point does one place own the entire process. Instead, each location focuses on doing one part efficiently. This division of labor didn't happen by accident. Over time, countries invested in skills, machines, and infrastructure that made them good at specific tasks. Some became experts in precision manufacturing. Others focused on agriculture or energy production. The supply chain grew like a long relay race, with each runner handing the baton forward. What's remarkable is how predictable this system usually is. Companies know how long ships take to cross oceans, how many days factories need to produce parts, and how quickly trucks can deliver goods. This predictability allows stores to keep just enough stock. Not too much, not too little. A system known as just-in-time delivery. Yet this efficiency comes with a quiet fragility. When everything depends on timing, even small delays can ripple outward. A late shipment of one tiny component can slow down an entire factory. So if raw materials and manufacturing are spread across the globe, what invisible system connects all these moving parts and keeps them in sync? At the heart of global supply chains lies something most people rarely think about: logistics. This is the science of moving things efficiently by ship, train, truck, and plane across enormous distances. In fact, over 90% of the world's traded goods travel by sea, quietly stacked inside metal containers you've likely seen on ships or trains. The invention of the standardized shipping container in the mid-20th century changed everything. Before containers, loading ships took days or even weeks. Goods were handled one by one, increasing cost and damage. Containers made shipping faster, safer, and dramatically cheaper, allowing global trade to expand at an unprecedented scale. Ports became the beating hearts of supply chains. Massive cranes lift containers with precise choreography, guided by digital systems that track every movement. Each container has a destination, a deadline, and a detailed record of its contents. Even a delay of a few hours can disrupt carefully planned schedules. Air freight plays a different role. It's faster, but far more expensive, so it's usually reserved for urgent, lightweight, or high-value items like medical supplies or electronics. Trucks and trains then take over for the final journey, delivering goods to warehouses, stores, and homes. For viewers who remember a time before online tracking, it's astonishing how visible this once invisible world has become. Today, companies can see shipments moving in real time, adjusting routes to avoid storms, congestion, or delays. Yet despite all this technology, logistics still depends on human judgment. Decisions made in control rooms, ports, and warehouses quietly shape what arrives and when. So if movement is so carefully planned, what happens when the system faces stress or unexpected disruption? Global supply chains are designed for efficiency, not perfection. Most of the time, they run smoothly enough that we hardly notice them. But when something goes wrong, the effects can suddenly feel very personal. Empty shelves, delayed deliveries, or rising prices. Natural events like storms, droughts, or earthquakes can slow production or damage transport routes. A closed port or a flooded factory may seem distant, yet its impact can travel across continents. Because supply chains are interconnected, stress in one area often affects many others. What surprises many people is how small disruptions can have large consequences. A shortage of a single electronic chip, for example, can delay the production of cars, appliances, and even medical equipment. Modern products are complex, and missing one piece can stop the entire process. For older generations, this can feel unsettling. There was once a belief that warehouses were full and backups were everywhere. Today, efficiency has replaced excess. This keeps costs lower, but it also means there's less room for error. Yet these moments of strain also reveal something important: cooperation. Companies reroute shipments, governments adjust regulations, and workers find temporary solutions. The system bends, adapts, and slowly recovers. These disruptions raise deeper questions about balance between efficiency and resilience, speed and security. So if global supply chains can be both powerful and fragile, how are they evolving to meet the future? Modern supply chains are becoming smarter. Advanced software predicts demand, sensors monitor conditions, and data flows constantly between factories, ports, and warehouses. This technology helps reduce waste, improve safety, and respond faster to change. Yet behind every algorithm are people. Supply chains are not just machines and ships. They are built on human decisions, labor, and trust. From farmers and factory workers to drivers and planners, millions of individuals contribute daily to this global effort. There's also a growing interest in transparency. Many consumers now want to know where products come from and how they're made. This has encouraged companies to track materials more carefully and improve standards along the chain. For viewers who value craftsmanship and fairness, this shift may feel encouraging. It suggests a future where global systems remain efficient, but become more thoughtful and responsible. Still, challenges remain. Balancing cost, speed, sustainability, and reliability is not easy. Every improvement in one area often requires compromise in another. So as technology advances and expectations change, what role do we, as everyday consumers, actually play in this vast global system? Every purchase you make is a small signal sent into the global supply chain. It influences what gets produced, where resources flow, and how systems adjust. In this way, we are all connected, not loudly, but meaningfully. Global supply chains are not distant, abstract systems. They are living networks shaped by human needs, choices, and cooperation. They reflect how deeply interconnected the modern world has become, even when we don't see it. Perhaps the most remarkable thing is how often this complex system works without our attention. Day after day, ships cross oceans, factories hum quietly, and goods arrive just in time. Also, life can feel normal. The next time you pick up an everyday item, you might pause and wonder about the journey it took to reach you. Not with concern, but with appreciation. And if such an invisible system affects almost every moment of our lives, what other hidden systems quietly shape the world around us without us ever noticing? If you found this calming and helpful, consider liking the video and subscribing to Mindora for more quiet insights like this. And if there's a topic you'd like us to explore next, feel free to share in the comments.